welcome to the Green and Gold G Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green, along with my good friends and teammates, my man Dorsey Levens.
Yo,
To my
yo.
right on the screen, and then to my far right, my boy Gilbert Brown, the grave digger, man. How you doing? How you guys doing today?
Doing wonderful, bro. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. Went out to New Jersey, so not far from where you grew up, Doris, and went to college and did the whole Rivals golf event out there with Craig and
Colleges.
college. Oh,
And neither one of my colleges were near New Jersey. One was in Indiana, the other one is in Georgia. You need to get you a map or something.
well, you claim Syracuse. See,
Syracuse is hometown. It's not one
see.
of my.
Okay.
Okay,
See?
but all right, all right. I
Yeah.
feel you.
See, see.
You know what, Amon, the dude done told us so many lies.
Right.
He can't
What
get it
am I
right.
lying about? What am I lying
He's
about?
not lying. He just mentioned that between Syracuse, where he grew up,
All
you know,
lies.
and he
All
played. He
lies
played
and
at Notre Dame. He played at GT, Georgia Tech, down in ATL. You know, not in Georgia.
Lies and
So,
propaganda, Jim.
Well. Since we're talking about football and colleges,
yeah.
what about that L Nebraska took?
Oh,
to
we got smoked. Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough game, man. Like, so the good thing is, look, hey, we got to turn the page, go to the next game. But looking back at that game, you know, what's crazy though, check this out. I just was doing my earlier show that we cover that game with the Nebraska show that I do, and watching the press conference post game interviews of one of the, I think it's the offensive coordinator said a crazy comment about, oh, I didn't realize. It's not verbatim, so I'm just kind of paraphrasing. It's not verbatim, but he kind of said something like, I didn't realize we did not establish the run game, and I'm like, that's the OC saying that he didn't realize that the run game wasn't established. I was like, oh
He
man,
don't like his job, dude.
right?
You got one job. You got one job.
Your job is to put your offensive players in the best positions to win.
He don't
So
like his job.
So yeah, it was a rough game. I was watching it. I watched it from start to finish, and only thing I could say is from the player standpoint, they didn't back down. They just kept playing. You know, they didn't, bow their heads, bad body language, nothing like that. They just kept moving forward, but took a L. Got one.
So what
Got
you're saying
busted
is
on
that
the chin.
they okay losing is what you're saying. They didn't mind.
No. What I saw was
Gilbert, what
I
you
didn't say
hear?
that.
What you hear,
I didn't say
Gilbert?
that. I didn't say that.
All I hear is a lot of
What I said was that from
They
what
was
I've
over there
seen with
chilling
this
while they was
team
getting their ass whooped, is what you said.
before Matt Rule came in, they would totally shut it down and like quit. At least they were fighting, even though they getting their butt kicked. So it is.
How much
it
fight
is
they
what-
have in the 52?
Hey,
Something
they-
lost.
hey, that's all. Hey, they do
who
what
was
you
who
can.
was it they played?
Indiana.
the basketball school,
The Hoosiers.
the Hoosiers.
Hey, they got a squad now. They got this coach. His last name is Signetti, and he said, "Just Google me." And everywhere he goes, all he does is win, which is facts actually. So
He was on Alabama staff, wasn't he?
yep, he was on Nick Saban's staff
yeah,
back in the
Nick
day. He
Saban, yeah.
recruited, got from Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, just to name two guys off his list of recruits. So this shows you he has the experience in that. So what about y'all school? I know I got my butt kicked. So what's up with y'all? What KU do? What GT, Syracuse, and Notre Dame do?
All the above. All the above. All the above.
I'm not sure what Syracuse did. I think Syracuse won. Syracuse plays Thursday night against Pitt tomorrow night.
Okay,
Notre Dame and Georgia Tech play here in Atlanta at the Dome.
that's right. I didn't remember us talking about that.
Notre Dame whooped Georgia Tech ass. My
Ooh,
son, I was supposed to go to the game,
Okay. And what happened?
and my son got invited to a birthday party.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, I want to go to the birthday party. Fuck that
Right.
game.
He don't know. No, he ain't into that right now.
I was like, all right, man. Well, it is what it is.
So tell me, you got a slice of cake or something?
Oh, man, he had a ball. They got a place here called Round One. It's kind of like a Dave and Buster's for kids.
Okay.
And him and his homeboys went in there. You know how it go. He
Oh,
only
yeah.
10. He want to play
Oh,
video games.
He had the best time of his life. He had the best time of his life. Shoot. So what about them Jayhawks? You sitting over there, Mister.
Both my teams ran through Texas. My Packers and my Jayhawks. We touched up Houston. We touched them up.
Ooh.
What was the score? What was the score?
Let me
I
check.
think we hung like 42 up on them.
It was. He's right. 42-14 on Houston.
Kobe Bryant had 3 interceptions.
Picks. He's a corner for them. Yep.
For
I was
Kansas?
like, man. Yeah,
He
for
bad
KU.
dude.
There's a Kobe Bryant defensive back that plays for Seattle too.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah. Where's
Interesting.
number 8? Like Kobe.
I think he wears number 8 too.
Yeah.
I think
Boy's
the defensive
good.
back for KU
Yes,
wears
he is
number
this
8.
year. He projected first round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey G, how was the golf thing you was telling us about?
The weather was great. It was
Was it?
70. Yeah, the weather was actually, that's what I was like. I was shocked because last time when I got there, I was talking to somebody. I said I was like 2 years ago when I was here, I had to put my rain stuff on and some gloves and a beanie.
Yeah. That's why when you told me, I was like, man, I ain't get an invite. And I was like, I ain't even going to bother Gus. I'm letting him, whatever he doing, he must have been too busy. So I'm just going to let it slide.
What was this?
It was the rival. So the NFL Alumni Network and what we do, they had a golf event. So it's all former players. So guys that y'all played with, Terrell Buckley was there.
T-Buck.
T-Buck was there. Guys you played against too. Cordell Stewart was there.
Cordell Stewart.
Pepper Johnson.
I dunked him on his neck a couple times when he was at Colorado.
Yeah, your homeboy, Pepper Johnson, Mr. Brown.
Pep.
Hey man, we had a good talk. We had some good conversations. We talked for like 2 hours.
I love me some Pep.
On Sunday night, man. He's a good dude. Biggest line.
You know,
I was like,
Detroit boys, man. We all good dudes, man.
yeah. And some ballers, man. All y'all. It's not too many Detroit people that I know that can't handle the rock or football, baseball, basketball. Y'all know what y'all doing, you know. I'll give you all that. I'll give you that.
We try.
Yeah. And he's a big man. I remember when I was watching him on film, I'm like, this dude played linebacker. He should be a D tackle.
Oh yeah, he big.
He was a big linebacker. I told him that, bro. I said, man. When thank God, I said, I'm glad I didn't have to play against you. I was like, man, I was confused. I was like, are you a 3 technique just standing up or what? What's going on?
From the Ohio State.
Yeah. Oh, he's a Buckeye.
You know who was a big linebacker too was Brian Cox. He's always with that big neck roll on.
Yes. He coached down there for the Falcons for a little while.
Yeah, he was with the Patriots for a while before he went to the Falcons.
Okay.
I hadn't seen him on the sideline lately. I'm sure he's still coaching somewhere.
Yeah, big. Yeah, that was a big linebacker. So no, we had a good conversation. He said, "What's up, G?"
Actually, I think he is related to Mr. King, Mike King.
Oh, Mike. Mike, you be giving a hard time too?
Yes, that Mike. That idiot.
Heels have eyes.
Heels have eyes.
Hey, when you said that for the first time, I said, "Man, that's so wrong."
It's so hurtful.
But it's so right.
Hey, y'all. Hey, chat. When he said this name to this guy, I say it did. When you talking about hitting the nail on the head, and you don't want to laugh too hard, but it was just funny as hell at the time. I was like, damn.
No makeup required, y'all.
If y'all see Hills Have Eyes, if you've seen 1, 2, or 3, right? You seen any of those
this
horror
conversation
movies?
is doing it no justice because you got to see him.
Yes.
And then you got to see the picture.
Yes.
And then you're going to need about 5 minutes to recover from laughing and not being able to breathe.
Because I was in tears when he first said that. Because I've seen that movie. I'm a horror movie guy. So as soon as he said Hills Have Eyes, I said, Gilbert, you know you're wrong for that.
And then he turned the corner. You was like, oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Turned the corner, AG was like, oh.
I'm like, oh, man, that's cold-blooded. Oh, shoot. So, whoo. So I guess we could get into this game, man. So we had the Packers. We had the Texans.
Hold on. Can I
what's up, G? What's up, Gilbert? Dorsey.
I want to talk about this past weekend.
Okay, what's up?
I got an invite to a party.
Okay.
In Detroit.
And we talking about ATL party, so okay.
No. It was a Detroit party in the Detroit metro area.
Ooh, okay.
And the flyer says.
So I see his head going down. So he's involved. So
no.
I'm not saying he's involved, but it sounds like I'm just gonna read the invite off.
Okay.
It says G Biddy.
Biddy. Okay.
Not freak. Fry off. G Biddy fry off. So some food maybe. In the Detroit area, sponsored by the Ford Motor Company at an undisclosed gas station in Detroit. They said the food they're going to be serving is gas station chicken and bratwurst and all the killer kosh you can drink.
So you in on this, G?
It said BYOB, bring your own bottle of motor oil or pick up some at our gas station. And on the flyer, it had a picture of Gilbert wearing a cheesehead thong, a helmet with a dark visor covered in Valvoline synthetic motor oil.
Oh my goodness!
The party was this past weekend. I couldn't make it. I had shit to do. But I want to know what's going on up in Michigan, Gilbert. What's good? Or is it G Diddy?
Explain yourself, Mr. Brown. Explain yourself, sir.
First of all, that's a crock of horse shit.
I got the email. I got the email right here on my phone.
Second of all, I was nowhere. I was in Green Bay for your information, sir.
Allegedly.
I was experiencing the whiteout.
Oh, so
I like
you
that
in
too.
Lambeau.
By the way, I love the whiteout.
The whiteout was dope. I like that.
I told myself if we didn't win this game, they ain't gonna ever do this whiteout ever again.
Yeah,
ever again.
Because is that the first time we ever wore white jerseys?
Yes, 100%.
And white helmets, right?
Yeah, I would say 100%. Yeah, first time white helmets. Yeah, for sure.
We always in them green in Lambeau, baby.
Yeah, because I've seen, and also in the pro shop, I went in there last time I was up there for the Cardinals game. They have an all black helmet too coming that fans can buy. So I think that's coming next season. They're gonna be all blacked out,
but
with yellow numbers and letters.
I'm gonna tell y'all this: sitting in the box and looking out there and seeing all that white was crazy.
You actually looked out the window at the game this time?
At the game? Facts. Because you usually are looking at the lockers or the closets that are in the back where the food's at.
What, man? Back to that whiteout, from a fan standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, the Packers should change jerseys. Almost every team in the league should change jerseys, almost like Oregon did.
Yeah,
or almost like how you change teams when you talking college football.
Yeah, like that, just like that. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go,
G Biddy.
Oh man. So Dome Rocker, in the chat, Dome Rocker was at the game. He said, Gilbert, you saw me on the Jumbotron like 3 times if you were watching it. So
he wasn't.
He wasn't watching it. Dome Rocker. He wasn't.
He got 2 phones to be on.
I saw you, Dome Rock. I saw you.
Oh man. So,
what did he look like?
What he look like? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was right.
Hey, but for real.
Okay.
Out there on the field, man, from looking at the box, it was an amazing sight to see all that white going all the way around the bowl when you're normally seeing yellow or green or different colors.
Yeah.
So everybody,
the away team jerseys,
even that,
like that
stadium view where I be 2 hours before the game, y'all go over there and check your boy out. It was a whiteout over there, so it was crazy to see. Even because the week before when we was coming in, who we played the week before? Arizona.
Yes.
They don't travel well at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Those were Phoenix fans. It was a fair weather fan.
It was no nothing, but you felt it once you started driving down Holmgren Way, and you start seeing all these whites and different things, and the atmosphere was all it was on point. So I enjoyed the whole bits that I did see, Dorsey.
Hold on, you just said you saw all the whites. You talking about people or people in white stuff?
See?
That's what you said. I'm just trying to clarify what you said. You said I saw all them whites.
Oh my goodness!
Ain't that what he said, AG? Didn't he say I saw all them whites?
Yes, but I know he's talking about jerseys.
I just want to clarify.
See, I cleared it up when I said, you're coming in, and it was no Arizona, nothing, no colors, no nothing.
He said so. I'm thinking he's talking about t-shirts and jerseys.
All the whites. I didn't say white people.
You said you. So what I heard was the whites and white. The white.
Yeah, cut his mic. Cut his mic.
The whites wearing white. That's what you said. You said the whites wearing white. That's what I heard. That's not what you said.
That's not what I said. No,
I misunderstood. My apologies.
Oh my goodness! Always calls us some shenanigans, foolishness, as EB used to say, foolishness. Got some foolishness. So we want to talk about the field now. They won the game.
Field.
They had my man Brandon McManus, who had been on the Packers roster all of about 20 minutes, and to come out and kick the game-winning field goal. So I thought that was pretty cool. And
the coach tried to ice him too. He said, "You know what? I can run it back though. I can run it back though."
Yeah, and I like. But hey, if you ain't coaching, if you ain't doing that, you ain't coaching. You gotta try it. You gotta be like, all right, come here. Let's give him one more time.
Yeah.
You know.
But he did it right when the motherfucker kicked it though.
Yeah, they always do it because they would sit right next to the referee, and soon as right before the ball snap, they go timeout, and then everything happens. The long snapper snaps it, kicker kicks it, but the timeout counts, and so the good coaches do that.
What's the kickers? Is it Naverson? The one they just released?
Naverson. You're right. Yep, they cut him, and I think he got picked up by somebody, and he went somewhere and kicked the game-winning field goal, which is interesting, or something like that.
Yeah,
crazy.
He was struggling in Green Bay though. He must something in Green Bay wasn't sitting right with him. He was good on the road.
Right.
He couldn't do nothing at home.
Well, this time of the year, we all know how the wind swirls in Lambeau this time of year, getting into the winter, the months. That be a kickoff returner, a punt returner, or even a kicker. Because I remember coming in my second year in Seattle and watching a kickoff. I looked at the ball. I said, "Man, I ain't catching that." I saw the ball moving everywhere. I said, "Oh, I'm letting that bounce." I let it bounce, and I picked it up and took off. I said, "Nah." I was like, "Nope, it's crazy down here." So we had McManus coming in, like I said, on the team for 20 minutes, able to get a game-winning field goal. You okay, G? You got stuff going on?
My light, man.
He always got something going on.
Oh,
what's wrong with your light, man?
I don't know, man. It just conked out on me. Just kapooied.
So, well, hopefully, my man Jordan Love, he didn't go kapooey. He had a good game, but he a little bit,
how many picks he threw?
He threw 2 picks. He had 3 touchdowns. So he kind of had one of our old school homies game, a Brett Favre type game where he throwing to the other team, but then also throwing to our guys too. So he had that day, which he doesn't have. This is a rare occasion for Mr. Jordan Love. Still had 220 yards with the 2 interceptions there and the 3 passing touchdowns. And I like he got it to everybody. He had about 9 or 10 targets, Tucker Kraft being one of them, the tight end, and he's running hard. Dotavian Wicks having a nice deep ball up the middle. And then Josh Jacobs, the nice little. Dorsey, you see that route that Josh ran? It was kind of like a Texas route.
It was like it was a Texas, but the offensive line is like a Texas screen almost, right?
Right. The offensive line was in front of him. I'm like, I said, I like that.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
I like that pass, little screen Texas. You got somebody protecting your backside, So he was able to get players into the game. So what are y'all thoughts seeing what y'all saw, starting with you, Doris, how this game went in the first half for these guys?
Well, obviously you can't turn the football over, right? So we had three turnovers in the first half. We had the muff punt or the ball hit the guy's leg.
Yep. On a punt return. Yep.
So that's tough. It's always tough to win when you lose a turnover battle.
Yes.
But they found a way to pull it out. I thought defensively, they did a great job of holding C.J. Stroud to only 82 yards passing.
Man,
killed my fantasy team, but
a lot of people's fantasy. There.
Thanks. I appreciate y'all. I think defensively, though, I think the one area that might need to improve a little bit was the run defense.
Yeah, Joe Mixon had a day
up and down the field.
He had about almost 150 yards, 2 touchdowns on top of that, and most teams, they have that with a running back. They should be winning the game. But as you already said, C.J. Stroud couldn't do a damn thing, basically.
Yeah. But, I mean, any win in this league is a big win, man. And then you're playing against the Texans, who lead AFC South right now. They're a real good team. They got a real good quarterback. Like I talked about earlier, they pretty much shut down. So a win is a win. It's a big win.
Big win, yep. So, Mr. Brown, how about you on the defensive side of the ball? We got guys that are coming in. Young buck, Eric Wilson was a linebacker, really hadn't done much, but got 2 sacks in this game. And then everybody else pretty much did their job. I say from a defensive backfield, 45.
Yeah. I peeped this
So
game.
what are things that defense is going to have to do getting ready for this next game, because they got Travis Etienne in Jacksonville who can tote the rock too. So what do you see there on adjustments for the defensive side of the ball?
I really like the defense's attitude. Everybody jumps on Jair about what he does and how he talks, but I love that boy's game, man. You know what I'm saying? He's really one of the. You know how you got that homeboy that's always want to fight, you know. And you know when you go out the house, I got to back this fool up. I got to back this fool up today, no matter what. Yeah. And that's that type of football that they playing, man. I really like it. You know, I'm still on the fence about number 90.
Van Ness.
Van Ness,
yeah, Lucas from Iowa, the first round draft pick last year.
I mean, I'm hard on him because he's a young defensive end that needs to produce just because of what's going on in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everybody else is producing and creating havoc. And in order for him to be that starter, that consistent starter, he has to do that. And this defensive coordinator, I really like him because he did some things to C.J. Stroud that ain't nobody else has done.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's really getting these boys to have this confidence, and it's shocking coming from a coach that was just coaching college guys. You know what I mean? So, I mean, his real test is going to be when we play Detroit. It's, you know, this game we got right here,
Detroit.
But Detroit coming in is going to be the real test for everybody because Detroit is now probably the measuring stick, you know, between them and them sorry purple people things from around the way.
Just west of Green Bay,
they're gonna be the measuring stick. So, in order for us to take over the North, we had to go through Detroit to get it done. And Detroit, when you watch them. If we're not going to be physical that game, we're going to get our ass kicked. Because Detroit is coming north and south, hitting you in your mouth. Period.
And I thought their defense would fall off just a little bit because Aiden Hutchinson wasn't there, and that was not the case.
Nah, I agree. I was looking for maybe a little lack of production, and it did not waver. So for that point, I agree with you, G. Detroit. And then they still got Minnesota again. They have Chicago twice. And they have Detroit twice coming up before the end of this season.
So Ahman, who we got next?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville,
then Detroit, right?
And then Detroit. And then they got 49ers on the list. And then the rest are just AFC North games. So you got out of the division, you got 49ers and Jacksonville. That's two, and then the other 5 games, which makes it 7 or 8 games.
So actually, after Jacksonville, we getting into the meat of our stuff.
Yep.
When is our bye week?
Week 11.
Oh.
Ooh.
You remember, our bye week was right after the 8th game. The 8th game.
It was always for at least 5 years in a row.
We break. That's what made us. We braked. We recharged our batteries. We got 8 more to go. Let's go.
Yep. Now you got week 11.
Speaking of breaks during the bye week.
Uh-oh.
How many times did Mike give us the whole week off? Once, Gilbert? Twice?
Holmgren?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Holmgren.
Man, knowing him, y'all lucky.
Let me tell y'all, man, when I was in Philly with Andy Reid.
Oh, Andy Reid.
I'm going to tell y'all right now why every team Andy plays, they're fresh, and they're ready to play, and they're ready to win for Andy. Yep. So my 2 years in Philly, typically after a game, you come in Monday, right, watch the film, get a workout in, and you get Tuesday off. In 2 years in Philly, we came in on one Monday. We never watched the game. We never watched the game film. So we played at 1 o'clock on Sunday. I would catch a 7:30 flight from Philly to Atlanta, stay in Atlanta Monday, come back Tuesday night on the last flight. But for the bye week, Andy was like, yo, I'll see y'all the following Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then on that Monday, guess what we did? A
Nothing.
10-10-10.
Ooh, beautiful.
And got a workout. And then went home, had Tuesday off again. And I was like, Andy, I love you, man. Andy, I love you so much.
Hey, hey, that's beautiful.
That's like
That
a
is
part-time job back then.
It-
I think it's like the norm now. But back then,
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is so lovely.
I can't imagine what they're doing in KC these days.
Right.
You know, because they got great success, and so I know the players are all bought in, as we say. But to the chat real quick, when you put that you in, Goldmarker said, "Hey, you got that Copenhagen, huh?" He putting that Copenhagen in there. In that.
I threw the can away. He right.
Yep.
Hey, AJ, you ain't got to read none of them sponsorship things?
No, it's they do it automatically.
We got sponsorships?
It goes right into, like, I did it already, and then they plug it in.
We got sponsorships?
Yeah. So I already did it. So that's a good thing about
what
that.
What sponsorship check at?
That's a great question.
Hey,
but why you messing around, Dorsey? Ahman do got a new statue in the back of his background. Maybe our money went for that.
What is that? That up on the wall, like the highest one back there?
Yeah,
This one?
look like your boy with the red beams. What's his name?
Oh, with the red, what?
Superman homeboy. Omega beams. He shoot the Omega beams.
Oh, you talking Omega Red? That's what you talking about?
No, boy, I'm talking about. He'll come to me. You.
This is Darkseid.
That's who I said with the red Omega beams.
You didn't say that. What did he say, Dorsey? He said with the red beams. He didn't say nothing about Darkseid.
No, he didn't. He said, yeah.
See,
I said no. He shoots the red Omega beams, and then you said, "Oh, Omega Red."
That's Omega Red. When you talking about red Omega beams, what you think? But yeah, that's Darkseid, bro. And that was bought like 4 years ago. So pump your brakes.
I'm doing a podcast with two big ass kids, arguing about who a superhero is.
Right, and then there's Mandalorian. I got Mandalorian right there.
That's half our money right there.
And then there's Batman right there, and then my little Husker right there. So there you go. All right, I guess we ready to go talk about the Jaguars, huh? We could talk about the Jaguars.
For what?
Huh?
What are we talking about them for?
Come on, Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh job might be on the line.
Dougie Fresh job is gone. How about that?
They're next on the list.
Dougie Fresh needed. Let's get another box and put it on the side of AG and just call Dougie Fresh and tell him, come on.
All right. So, like we talked about, we already mentioned a little bit about Jordan Love. Had a kind of inconsistent game. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. So, in that part of getting ready to go on the road, so how important is that for Jordan to limit the turnovers to maintain his gameplay going against a Jacksonville team that plays well at home in Jacksonville? We'll start with you, Mr. Brown, on the defensive side. With who? Jordan. With Jordan. Talking about how important is him to keep those turnovers down on the road. Because how can that affect the teams trying to get a win on the road?
I mean, you talking to a dude that had Brett Favre and he throw 5, but we got to go out there and get 5 back. You know what I'm saying? So, in essence to that, we got to up our game to make up for the inconsistencies of the offense. Mm-hmm. Just like the offense got to do that for us. You know what I'm saying? And it all works hand in hand. But at the end of the day, man, everything stops at the quarterback. Everything. I told a dude the other day about how much a quarterback got to do in 40 seconds before he snapped the ball.
Right.
That's why they get paid the big money. That's why they get all the money. It's because they got to do certain things that our dumbasses don't even think about doing. All we do is line up and go. And Jordan Love is a true professional. He's still young. He's still wet behind the ears. He still makes stupid mistakes. He still makes stupid reads. There's a couple passes he threw yesterday. I'm like, what in the hell is he doing? But that's what makes football. Corrections. And I think we got some good coaches there that got the great corrections for him. So as a team, I'm never scared. When I start looking at individuals and what they need to put in the pot, then I get a little worried. That's what I think about them.
Gotcha. Mr. Levens, what you got?
I agree with everything Chili said. But like I mentioned earlier, I don't know what the percentage is of teams who lose the turnover battle and lose games. I know it's probably over like 80% if you lose the turnover battle, you're going to lose the game. So the most important thing is to take care of the ball because it's just easier to win when you don't turn the ball over.
Right.
You know,
and then you're on the road. And that's a double down because then the crowd gets into the game and all that stuff. And you don't want that. You don't want the home team crowd yelling and screaming where you can't even hear the play call or the adjustments that you got to get from.
With that being said, you know how most teams have like a number one receiver, and they go to him all the time, like Devontae back in New York. If he's spreading the ball around to 9 or 10 guys, it's got to be hard to get everybody's rhythm.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying during the game. So I ain't trying to make excuses for him, but that's like Gilbert said, man. That's the toughest job on the field.
Yep, it is. It is. But as you brought up wide receivers and receivers in general. Like I mentioned, Tucker Kraft, Dontavian Wicks, we could throw in all the receivers, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, all those guys, and then throw in the run game, the running backs. You got Josh
Don't forget Jacobs. The tight ends got to get the ball too.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave as well. Those guys stepping up, and they're young. I say what's the eldest of all of them? I would say maybe Romeo. That's probably because he's like him and Christian are like 4 years. This is their 4th year. They're pretty much seniors in high school. So with all that potential, with all them weapons too, how's that going to be the bonus going into getting on the road, getting those young guys in the wide receiver core and the run game going? How is that going to be beneficial for the Packers going into Jacksonville, Doris?
I think it's good just because, as history has already shown, there's just going to be some injuries, right? So with all those guys getting time on the field, I feel like the next man up mentality is I'm not worried about that in Green Bay because we've already shown we've got depth at that receiver. We got depth at tight end. So Christian Watson, he's been hurt. Romeo got suspended. But those guys, they found a way to keep winning.
Mm-hmm. Work through it. What you got, Mr. Brown?
Going to Jacksonville, weather is not going to be a factor at all.
He froze.
Who froze?
Get him back. We can hear you.
You can hear me?
He froze.
Yeah, we good. We got you now,
man.
Yeah.
Okay. What I was saying was,
AG, if you gave us some sponsorship money, he can pay his electric bill.
What? It ain't on me.
Anyway,
go ahead, Gilbert.
I was saying weather's not going to be a factor because the weather is so great in Green Bay right now. It's Jacksonville weather. Maybe a little hotter, but normally around this time when we was playing, it was cold, and we're going down and we're gonna warm my bones up. But right now, I think it's a great thing. It's also, can you imagine what Dougie Fresh is telling his team right now?
Oh yeah.
Save my job, please.
He probably giving us that spiel like Mike Holmgren used to give us that spiel about, I'm from Frisco and I did this and I did that and we got to take them out and we got to do this, that, and the other. And you never know, man. Jacksonville might wake up, man. So we cannot take these boys lightly going down there and thinking it's going to be a pushover till we get to Detroit. No. Business as usual. Let's go.
Yeah, because Jacksonville has talent. They have, offensively.
Mm-hmm.
I know Trevor Lawrence hasn't been playing up the potential, but they got Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby got a 100-yard rushing game a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk. They got talent. Evan Ingram,
they got Gabe Davis from Buffalo from last year free agency.
They just can't get right. They just can't get right, boss.
Yeah, and so I see that. That's kind of on the coaches, right? The coaches got to get that game plan tight to make sure all the best players, their best players, can go out there and be their best. Basically, put them in the right positions to win. And even you bring up Tank Bisbee, Dorsey, he's the leading rusher on the team right now.
Yeah.
He got 415 yards. Travis Etienne, even though he's a more productive runner and coming out of Clemson, had the national titles and all that. He's sitting at about half. He's about 230 right now. So in terms of yardage, so having both of them, I mean, I didn't really. You kind of put that in my radar, Tank Bisbee, Dorsey. So I'm like, man, I didn't even realize he was there. They had another guy backing him up that puts up just as much yardage as Travis did. So that's going to be obviously something for the defensive line. They just got tested with Joe Mixon, and now they got another two-headed monster coming at home. So I say Packers defense from Kenny, Preston, all them guys. I think Quay Walker, he may be back. He had the concussion I think last week, so hopefully he'll be back and got to be ready to bang around with these Jaguars, these cats.
Defensively, although they gave up some big run plays, defensive they only gave up 228 yards last week total yards. Total. That's impressive.
Right. So the back end, that's what I was talking about. Like Joe Mixon was able to cook, but that back end, the DBs on the wide receivers, they didn't let those guys get any looks at the ball. They didn't let CJ get the ball out the backfield most of the time. Yeah. The pocket was getting crushed in on him. And like I said, I mentioned him in terms of his pass game to run game. He's not the actual runner as we want. He can run, but they were forcing him to pretty much do it and make that decision because he always wants to get the ball out of his hand, throwing it to his receivers downfield, coming out of Ohio State there. And, talking
Houston
about –
had more rushing yards than they did passing yards.
Yeah. And that's a good job. That's a good win because you took one thing away.
Yeah, by the defense.
Yeah, great job by the defense. So on Jacksonville defense, they got my man Jonathan Haynes Allen. He put the extra name in there to make sure you don't get him confused with that other Allen up in Buffalo. And so they got a good defensive front there. So him, Trayvon Walker, and so they got the rushes to get in there to disrupt what Jordan is doing. So what's a crucial part of Packers' success from a defensive side, Gilbert, that they got to do to try to slow down what Jordan Love wants to do, getting the ball out to the receivers?
Oh, really? They just gotta stop the run. That's what they got to do. They got to stop the run game. Like y'all was saying last week, that back got too many yards, and then they got to do more things to confuse Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make him make mistakes in order for us to thrive, because our DBs are something special, man. You know what I'm saying? They're something special. And now our linebackers are coming along, and this is a game to showcase all that stuff. Getting ready for Detroit. Don't lay back. Let's get out there. Let's bust these boys up, get on the plane, and get on home. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, and Trevor, he's susceptible. He has he will give you a pick. You put that pressure on him. He's still a young quarterback. He got 2-3 years in, or maybe 4 years in, and gave him a new deal. But I'm like, man, this kid's he's still a kid to me, and he still hasn't shown what he might have earned it in their eyes, but man, to get that big contract to be the top paid quarterback, it's like, man, you got to be taking this team to the playoffs. I think he only been in the playoffs one time, and that was wild card. Yeah. So I guess the standard's low on QBs leading their team to the playoffs and then getting paid a bag, getting all that money dumped on them.
Speaking of quarterback contracts, and I know we'll get to this when we go around the league.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's guaranteed contract. Woo!
All guaranteed.
He played, and he's done for the rest of the year.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles. I was like, man, we'll hit this on around the league.
The fans was not nice to him.
No, it's Cleveland. I can imagine.
Yeah, he's been there 3 years. He didn't play. How many games he played in 3 years? 6, 7, like maybe 10 tops.
I would say 10 tops. I give the over, maybe 10 plus, maybe 11, somewhere around there.
230 guaranteed?
Yep, $230 million. I say that's what his agents did their job, right?
We need to sign. We need to figure out who his agent is and get him to work for us over here.
Right. We can retroact some of this stuff from college to NIL to the pros too. Oh man!
All you can do is pray for that young man. I hope he get better.
Yep. So, like we already kind of hit on Packers being on the road. Obviously, different environment, weather-wise and fan-wise. So, big thing is to get on top of Jacksonville, because then you eliminate the crowd, and all
Jump
that
on
stuff.
them quick.
Jump on them fast. Don't give them no time to breathe. Defensively, I think that's where it's going to start. I think our defense is going to continue to be the ringleaders to starting the fight out there, getting a turnover, a big sack to then get the offense going. Because those young, like I said, what I like about the offense, I mean, I love that Josh is there, but then that wide receiver core is a spark plug that they're so young, they don't realize what they're doing out there. I don't think they really understand their gameplay and how that affects the offense in a positive way. The way they catch the ball, the way they are aggressive, the play calling, the reverses to the receivers, getting them in the run game as well. I don't think they realize that from a player standpoint on how important and how good that is so far in their young careers as a wide receiver group. So, not on that note, anything else y'all want to add before we move on to the around the league and then get our picks in here?
No, not really. I'm watching TV. They talking about LeBron and his son playing together, which is
GMZ News starts now.
which is a pretty good thing. And then they the only basketball duo that ever do it. King Griffey Jr.
King Griffey and his dad. I'm about to say my guy, King Griffey, and his dad did it.
There were 3 people in baseball who've done it, but they're the first ones in basketball. And obviously, unless Tom Brady's son would have played toward the end of his career, football, you might not ever see that.
I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't one of Clay's relatives still playing when he was playing?
Nope.
His dad.
I don't think so because they didn't show it on the father and son duels. I think you're talking about the Clay Matthews, the tackle, right?
Yeah. His cousin, and so his cousin was playing for Atlanta.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
It wasn't dad. It wasn't like a dad or nephew, like an uncle. Like his uncle though was just off the field a couple years before Clay got to Green Bay. I know that.
Yeah.
He was the offensive tackle for the Tennessee Titans / Houston Texans. Or Houston Oilers, excuse me. Oilers.
For years, right? For
years.
a long time.
For a hell of. So he was an Oiler and a Titan.
Yeah.
So he almost played on the field at the same time with Clay, but he retired probably like 2-3 years before Clay got drafted in 08 or 09, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's good to see, man. That's something most of us would dream of, man, to be on the field with your kid.
Yep.
Old lion, young lion type thing.
Yeah, man.
So I get that.
Ain't none of us gonna do that.
And then no, yeah, for sure. And then you see in the WNBA, Breonna Stewart and their crew got a championship, just edging out the Minnesota Lynx in the WNBA finals there. So I thought that was
Chili.
cool.
Yeah.
New York Liberty, my team. Know why?
Why?
Breonna Stewart from Syracuse. Ooh. Is it okay if I cheer for the New York Liberty, big fella? Do you mind?
Did Detroit got a team?
Yeah.
What's their name? Mystics or something like that?
No, it's a motor thing. You know that.
Right.
What is it?
I'm looking right now. Hold on. It's the Eastern Conference. You know what?
I don't think.
No, they don't have a team.
See?
Oh no, it's Atlanta Dream.
They didn't have a WNBA team.
No, they don't. I thought they did.
Chili, go ahead and buy one.
Yeah, New York Liberty, Washington Mystics.
Buy a franchise, a WNBA franchise.
Man, if I buy any franchise, it got to do with chicken, man. I ain't buying
Gas station chicken.
Oh, man. Connecticut Sky and Chicago East make up the East. And then West is Dallas, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Minnesota.
You know
Phoenix,
what, though,
Seattle.
man? Big hats off to them girls for be doing what they doing, man.
Yep.
Because it's amazing to see their attitudes and the way they play and the tenacity and the way they put it down, man. My big hats off to them, man. I love the way they play the game.
Yeah.
Speaking of franchises, Tom Brady and Richard Seymour bought into the Raiders. They got like a 5%.
Oh, Richard too? I didn't know.
ownership.
I knew Tom did. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Richard Seymour did too.
Oh,
so they
okay.
got a 5% ownership of the Raiders, man. That's big. That's huge.
Hey.
You know what I wonder, man? So like these franchises going for, a couple billion, $3 billion, maybe even more.
Right.
But like LeBron, as much money as he's made, like some of these top NBA players, they get 3 or 4 $250 million contracts.
Facts.
I wonder if they're seriously thinking about getting a group together, man, buying some of these franchises?
I don't know. I think they know they see what like kind of what we what we see behind the scenes there. They're like, man, I don't want to deal with that. Maybe I don't know. That's one thought.
Dwayne Wade has ownership in the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
I'm sure. I'm sure once LeBron is done, he's gonna do something.
Yeah, he's gonna do something. Cause I even like Venus Serena, like they got part ownership of the Dolphins, don't they?
The Dolphins and some. I want to say some. Tom Brady's got a soccer team too. I think.
Yeah, he has a soccer team.
Venus and Serena part of a soccer program too,
yep.
Or soccer. Maybe it's the what's the team that Messi plays for in Miami? I think maybe they're part.
Oh,
of
is that team? Oh,
yeah.
God darn it! What is the name? I can't think of the name, but I know you're talking about. I know the squad. I know.
Yeah, man. Power
squad.
moves.
It is MLS. Let me check it out. MLS. It drives me nuts. Oh, international. Something Miami football
FC
club.
Miami.
Yeah, like FCF Miami. That's what it is. And Messi is everybody on that team.
Yeah,
he does every position. I'm like, when he first got put on that team, when he's like, you know what, I'm gonna play out here in America. I'm like, he is the offense, the defense, the special teams. he does absolutely everything for them. And I was like, he was like, his body shut down when he first started playing after about 10 games. Because I'm like, bro, yeah, he's playing the goalie, the forward, the back end, everywhere. I'm like, bro.
Chili, what else is going on in GMZ?
You gotta give some rest.
I mean, that's about it. Big town hall tonight with Kamala Harris and.
They're getting down to the
nitty gritty. Her and Donald Trump going toe to toe with the mud slinging and everything.
Oh yeah, they're getting dirty.
I'm gonna tell y'all. So yesterday, I ran into my old landscape guy when I lived in a different place.
Right.
He's a hustler, like a lot of people in Atlanta, black men in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
He was like, Dorsey, I've been killing them, selling the yard signs that say Harris Waltz. So he's here in Atlanta. They had homecomings here. Mm-hmm. They've had rallies here that he's gone to. Mm-hmm. This dude done made like $50,000 in the last 2 months selling
signs.
The yard signs. $50,000 cash money.
Hustle.
I'm like, man.
There it is.
The hustler's mentality, boy.
Yes, it is.
Gotta capitalize.
Yes, sir.
Gotta capitalize. Yeah, for sure. So I know we didn't talk about. We're gonna talk a little bit around the league. I know the one game that stands out for me is the Ravens giving it to Buccaneers, and then unfortunately they lost some really good players in that game.
Getting the big horse got him another 80.
What?
Got him another 80.
Man, he ran for 50. He had 15 carries, 169 yards.
He had 2 or 3 long runs though,
right?
Like long runs.
And man, I'm loving it.
Your boy threw what, 5 touchdowns?
Yep, and Lamar threw 5 tutties, and Baker Mayfield had 3. And Baker Mayfield had a good game too. He threw for almost 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. But when you got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, you got 2 Heisman Trophy winners in the backfield. Like
that might be
man.
That might be the thing that's going to get him over the hump because everybody's saying Lamar don't show up in playoff time.
And he shows up. He need other people to
I'm just telling you what the people say, man. Don't get mad at the messages, man. A lot of people say he don't show up, man. But now he got a horse.
Yes, he does.
Now he got a horse. So when he don't show up, give it to him.
Oh, my God.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, though. In that game, in the first quarter, Tampa Bay was giving Baltimore the business.
They were hanging.
Then Baker had 2 red zone interceptions in the first half.
Yeah, that's what hurt him.
And we talk about injuries.
I was trying to figure out.
Mike Evans is out with the hamstring. Chris Godwin is going to be out. I think Zay Flowers might have broke his ankle, dislocated his ankle. No, I think Chris Godwin dislocated.
One of them, he dislocated his ankle. Yes.
I think Godwin and Flowers are out for the whole year.
Yeah, they're going. Yeah, for sure.
And then Mike got a hamstring, so that's going to be. They might put him on IR. That's going to be at least 4 weeks to come back healthy from that.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out why I didn't like Baker Mayfield. I was trying to figure out why I didn't like this dude.
He's a Sooner, maybe?
And my son reminded me. He said, hey, Dad, remember when he went on the Jayhawk and grabbed his nuts? And And then I said, yeah, that's why I don't like that mother.
Well, he's done a few things. Baker did a few things when he was in college. Because remember when they beat either Florida State and he put the flag, it was field turf. He didn't plan this out properly, but he thought he could just ram the flag in the middle of the field when they beat FSU when he was at Oklahoma. And that rubbed everybody, that anybody that was FSU was like, oh, bro, So I think that Florida State went up there the next year and did the same thing to them. They actually beat them because Baker had graduated, and some other guys were gone too.
So stay your ass off people's middle of the field. How about that?
Yeah, he's done things like that were fans and players. Almost like when your boy George Teague had to take out T.O. when he's tried to do the thing on the star. Remember that? Yeah. George T came out of there. I said, "Ooh, that's about to be a real fight."
I enjoyed every minute of that.
Too. Me too.
Yeah, Baker's not short on confidence. Let's just say that he's not short on confidence at all.
No, he's don't. Yeah, he's not in the deficit.
Yeah. So I know y'all heard today. DeAndre Hopkins got traded to the Chiefs.
Yeah, the chat's blowing up about that for sure.
Yeah,
that is
all their injuries.
I said he can be a player that, just with the quarterback at hand, will be a problem for the rest of the season for any team facing them. Because now he has somebody that could get him the ball no matter the situation, no matter the throw. He can get DeAndre the ball. So that is a problem for everybody else in the AFC West, and that's on the rest of the schedule for Kansas City Chiefs. So that's going to be
Here's what I learned from playing fantasy football. No matter how good the receiver is, just like Devontae with the Raiders, Carolina's quarterbacks.
Yep.
If you ain't got a quarterback, it don't matter who your receivers are, they're not going to get the ball. Like I'm sure a lot of people got DeAndre Hopkins early.
I got him. I never cut him. I still got him on my fantasy roster.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you got a quarterback who can't get him the ball. Just like, think about the Colts. When Anthony Richardson is playing, you can't start any of their receivers.
Facts.
When Joe Flacco's playing, he's going to get him the ball.
Facts.
So you just got to know, especially from a fantasy standpoint, who the quarterback is.
Exactly. And who could get them the ball. That's why I said it's going to be a problem with DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, yeah. He just got to stay healthy because he's had some injury concerns in the past.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's get into getting our picks in. So that was around the league here. So
let me see.
Let's look at this.
Let me see. Gilbert, don't get nervous. Look, Gilbert looks sad, like a lost puppy, like somebody just stole his lunch money.
Oh man, well he's still in last place, so he's been in last place for 3 seasons now. Let's just make it. I'm just taking note.
I know it's normal, man. So don't even. This is the way it goes. It's all good.
And so I went.
If I really put the time in, y'all would be licking the bottom of the bed.
Well, you need to put the time in,
bro. You need to put the time in.
Let's go. I want your best. I want your best.
Well, it's too late for best, so we got to save for next year.
No, the season ain't over yet.
That's how the Bears and them do it, man. We ain't gonna beat them. Let's just wait till next year.
All right, so I'm sitting in first place. Last week I went, 14-2. Dorsey went 13-3. And you had a good week, G, because you went 13-3, but you got some makeup ground you got to do.
Hey man, we need to start gambling. What games did I miss?
I know we didn't miss. We only missed 3. Like I missed 2, you missed 3, Dorsey, and Gilbert, you only missed 3. We need to put.
I'm trying to figure out which 3. Oh, I picked the Saints over the Broncos. That was my bad.
Yeah, it was the Saints over the Broncos for you. It was the ones we split.
Oh, I picked the Vikings over the Lions.
Yep. We both got that one.
I got one right. Ha.
You got a lot right. You got 3. You got 13 right, G. You just got so much.
That's all.
You got a deficit.
Chili, you're getting better, man. You're getting better.
You got a deficit though. You got to stop. You got to start picking that team that you don't want to pick.
Actually,
I will not say their name.
They showed up for them this week. The Vikings won. I mean, Detroit won.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So. All right, let's get on the list of this. So we got that team that he does not like, that's just west of Wisconsin, playing the Rams on Thursday Night Football. Mr. Brown, let me check on the.
Just put an L next to that game for him. Just put a loss.
Right, and the spread is 3 points to that team. 3
That's
points.
it.
That's a 3-point spread to that team that I shall not say their name. Mr. Brown, I know I gotta ask, who's your pick?
I want to see them get a ball. I want to see them get a ball more to Blake Corum. So I'm going with the Rams, man.
Yeah, I got it. And the Rams are at home. They're 2-4, and they are 2-1 at home. So the good thing, but they 2-4 overall. So they only got their 2 wins at home. So this might be your lucky weekend, Gilbert. So here you go, Mr. Levens.
Yeah, well, as much as you want to see Blake Corum, they got this guy named Kyron Williams, who went to Notre Dame playing running back, who may keep your boy on the sideline a little bit longer. I'm going with the Purple People Eaters.
All right, so we got G with the Rams, and me and Mr. Levens with the Vikings. That's what I'm doing. All right. Next pick, we got those Eagles going to Cincinnati.
Ooh.
Mr. Levens, who is your pick?
I'm gonna go with. I want to go with my former team, but you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
It's a tough one, man. Oh, that's a tough one. Let's see. What's the spread? Bengals are 2.5 point favorites on this too.
Yeah.
And
that's
the Bengals
game too. That's tough.
Another one that's gonna help you
with my heart and not my mind on this one.
Well, this might help your this dilemma. The Bengals are 0-3 at home.
Did somebody get hurt? One of the receivers get hurt? Did T. Higgins get hurt?
T. Higgins, yes, he might be now. I don't know 100%, but he might be. He might be. But yeah, they 0-3 at home. They haven't won at the crib. So
go Eagles.
Go Eagles. All right.
Eagles.
Mr. Brown.
Bingo.
He going bingo. He gonna mix it up. Oh, he going back to back, going against the Tide. And I'm not talking about Roll Tide. I'm gonna go with Eagles. Offense playing decent. Defense is hanging on.
Saquon put it on his former team last week, didn't he?
Oh, he gave it to him. Gave it to him. Gave it to them. 170 something yards. Ooh wee.
Like 17 carries.
Take that, G-Man.
You gonna remember me.
Oh, you trade me? You didn't want a free agent me? Okay. Gotcha. All right. This should be an easy pick for all intents and purposes. We got the Ravens going to the 1-6 Browns. As we were just talking, they lost one of their quarterbacks for the year. And the spread is a 9-point spread. We got Derrick Henry. We got 2 Heisman Trophy winners just having fun right now. So who's your pick, Mr. Brown?
I love me some Browns. I'm so happy Nick Chubb finally got back in there.
Yeah, he is back. Yep. I'm glad he healed up. Man, that was a terrible injury last year.
I think he got a touchdown too, I think. But no, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens.
All right. He froze.
Who you going with? He froze again.
Yeah, he did. Dorsey, what's your pick? Who's your pick, homie?
Oh, it's a no-brainer. Come on, man. The Ravens.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. I got
it.
Why are we talking about this?
Yep. That's not even, we don't
Browns,
have to bring it up.
The Browns, they lost. I think Jameson Winston is probably going to be the quarterback. Who gives them the best chance to win. But they traded Amari.
Jameis Winston,
not Jameson. I'm thinking Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston.
That's who, Mr. Brown, is going to be the Browns quarterback.
Chubb ain't completely healthy. Nah.
It's just not a good outlook for them. Another easy pick here. We got the Titans sitting at also 1-5, going on the road to Detroit to play those Lions.
I think some of these we should just skip and be like, okay, I know we know we're gonna all pick the Lions on this one. What's the next one?
Yeah, but it's good
to
to have
talk about the Packers and the Jaguars. We know we're gonna pick on that one.
Yeah. So I guess we already know. Okay, Lions there. All right, Cardinals, Dolphins in Miami. Miami has a 3.5 point. They're the 3.5 point favorites.
I think Tua's supposed to come back this week.
That's what I read in the headline. I got to read the whole article, but I did see that on the headline. I'm like, oh man.
See, this is why you can't pick the games midweek, because you don't have all the information. So if I text you and say, listen,
we already know the rules, Doris, but you know the rules.
Fuck y'all rules, man. Who made them rules up? I didn't agree to none of them rules. That's just stupid.
You on this team, bro.
If you a coach and you preparing for Lamar Jackson and he goes down and the backup comes in, you still gonna keep preparing for Lamar Jackson?
Well, we not coaching. We picking wins and losses. That's different.
Fuck your rules.
Gilbert, who's your pick? Miami. Cardinals going to Miami. Who's your pick here?
I'm gonna stay inside the rules because I'm a great teammate and a great friend.
Yes.
You're in it.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
We didn't hear shit you said, but Miami.
He said Miami.
Yeah, but what he say before that?
I know we didn't hear nothing.
You don't want to know, Mr. Levens. You don't want to.
And you said, who you going with, Doris? I know you don't like the rules, but you gotta
go
pick.
Miami.
You gotta go Miami too. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go Cardinals.
What?
I'm so sorry, people who got back to what I said earlier. They got Jalen Waddle. They got Tyreek Hill. But if you ain't got a quarterback who can get them the ball, you start them on fantasy. You dead in the water.
They just fast cars with a flat tire.
That's it.
That's what they are. Fast cars with a flat tire. All right, next game we have an AFC East matchup. The Jets going to New England to fix the little baby puppy Patriots, and the Giants have a 7-point favor here.
Say Giants or Jets?
Jets. Sorry, if I might have said Giants, my bad. Jets going to New England, facing the Patriots, and the Jets got a 7-point favor.
Jets. They need a win too.
Yeah.
All that damn talent and losing all these damn games.
And can't do it. All right, Mr. Brown, who's your pick there?
It's the Jets and who?
And the Patriots. The Patriots are 1-6 at 0-3 at home.
I'm gonna go with the Jets.
I got the Jets too. All right, headed down. Now we got a nice little NFC South matchup. We got the Falcons just going a little bit south of the home, and Atlanta going to Tampa Bay to face those Buccaneers who just got shellacked against the Ravens in that two-headed monster we were talking about here. And I'm pretty sure the Bucs got the favorite though. Oh no, Atlanta's a 2.5-point favorite.
About to say, yeah, because they ain't got they don't have their top two receivers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah, so you got Godwin, he's out with a dislocated ankle. Mike Evans hamstring is up.
So with that being said, I'm gonna take the Falcons.
Falcons. Hey, that's a smart pick right there, Mr. Brown. Who's your pick? So half of Tampa Bay's wide receiver core, the best half is gone. Just so you know. For a long time.
And you said this is Tampa Bay and Atlanta?
Atlanta.
And I just told you I don't like that half.
It's in Tampa. Tampa. Okay, gotcha. All right, in our game here, guys, we got the Packers are 4.5-point favorites in this in Jayville. So, what is the score? We already know who we picking to win.
I'm gonna go 31-20. 31-20, the Packers.
Ooh, nice. Let me see here. 31-20. Mr. Brown. Hello?
It froze. What'd you say?
I said, we already know we're picking the Packers to win. What's the score going to be?
The score?
The score.
W-I-N. That's all I give a damn about. Win.
I'm going to put that next.
Go.
Win. And I'm going to go, let me see, 4.5. I think we kind of put a slacking on them boys. I'm going to go 28-10. That's what I'm going to do. Last week's scores were on the game we picked. I know I was 27-24 Packers, and I think Dorsey, you might have been 14-3.
No, I wasn't that.
Or you were 17-10.
I think you took my numbers.
Was it? Or no, yours 24-7, or 27-24. Is that what you picked?
I think that's what mine.
So that was yours, because I knew I wasn't much either. So I think I did 17-10, and Gilbert, you might have done 14-3. defensive score right there. All right, next game on the list, we got the Colts facing those Texans. So they are at home in H-Town versus the Colts coming in town, and we don't know who's starting for the Colts. We're not quite sure. But the Houston Texans are 5.5-point favorites, Mr. Brown. So who's your pick?
He busy doing some other shit. Like he got, I guess he what the fuck are you doing, man?
You know what,
killing
man?
you, bro.
I know he killing me. What you say?
Killing you.
See, he ain't paying attention. What you say?
We are
doing a fucking podcast, sir.
We have Dome
and
Rocket.
There's three people. There's three people on the podcast.
You have the Colts playing the Texans in Houston, Mr. Brown. The Houstons have
House Rock back in the day.
Right.
One of these kids is doing his own thing.
Exactly. And the Texans have a 4.5-point spread for their favorite to win. Who is your pick? Okay.
Jackson.
Bam. The Texans. There it is. Mr. Levens.
Same. Texans.
All right. Boom, boom. Me too. Went there. Ooh, we got a can't get right game on the list here. So we got this New Orleans Saints going out to L.A. to play those Chargers. And I hope Harbaugh is okay because I know he had like a heart palpitation or something a couple weeks ago. So I hope he's doing good. So you got Saints going to Chargers, Mr. Levens. Who's your pick here?
What's up with Derek Carr? Is he still hurt?
Yeah, he's out. He got, I think,
Was he out for the whole year?
No, he's not out for the whole year, but he's out. Oh. So Desmond Ridder is the guy, or Rattler. Either Ridder or Rattler.
Spencer Rattler was
Spencer.
He was the backup last.
Yeah, he started.
Got hurt. Anyway, who they playing again? I got
Chargers.
The Chargers, man. I got
7.5-point favorites. They are 7.5-point favorites.
I ain't the only one, y'all. I ain't the only one. We just had this conversation. I'm going with the Chargers. Y'all gonna see if y'all sit and look at this podcast and really see who the root of the problem is. Y'all figure it out.
It's the dude not paying attention. We asking questions and he's like, "What? What you say? You got one job, man. You got one job."
We got Dome Rocket going with the Chargers as well. I think he went with the Texans too. Yeah, they already know that. Dome Rocket know.
And look, I love it because Gilbert can't even talk shit back because his shit frozen.
Right. Dome Rocker, the average historian, they know. They know. Oh, man. All right, next game up on the list here. We have the Bills playing really good football, going to Seattle to face the Seahawks, and the Buffalo has a 3.5-point favorite there. Mr. Levis, who is your pick?
I'm going to go with the Bills.
Yeah, that's a good.
Got to go with the Bills. Although Seattle's good, and they're playing at home.
Yeah.
I'm still, All right. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Bills.
Stick with them Buffalo Bills, Mr. Brown. He froze.
He frozen again.
What's wrong with your internet this week? Your internet mad at you?
Seattle, fool.
Yeah. Hey, man, don't be mad at me. Don't be calling me fool. My name ain't fool. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. All right, next game on the list. We got this is a half of a can't get right game. So we got the Carolina Panthers going to Denver to play the Broncos, and of course the Broncos got a 9-point favor here spread.
Yeah,
Mr. Brown.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, who's your pick here, Mr. Brown? You got the Panthers and the Broncos in Denver, Mile High Stadium.
Panthers and Broncos.
You really gotta think about this,
Gilbert. They're 9-point underdogs. What are you thinking about?
This is the Carolina Panthers that bench Bryce Young. And they have Andrew Dalton.
What is the Broncos? I do not like a Bronco, man. Oh,
see, this is what gets you in trouble. See, you can't do that.
Bronco.
I feel you, Gilbert. Sometimes you gotta, because of what happened in Super Bowl 32.
Right. Okay. I feel that. I understand.
I get that. I feel that. I get that. But that was a long time ago, Gilbert. We talked about forgiveness and letting shit go. We talked about that.
Because you got to win.
Broncos, man.
You've been in the bottom barrel for a long 3 years.
Help me out, big fella.
You've been at the bottom barrel for a long 3 years now. Just letting you know. All right, next game on the list.
Nobody pulled that out till you said something. How about you keep your stuff to yourself? See, that's how you add and shit, and then me and him get to going on, and you sit back and laughing at both of us.
I can't. It's hilarious. I'm sorry. I like to laugh. It's good for the heart and the body. Laughing is good.
It is. It really is.
It's not good when you are at the expense of all your.
But you laugh with us too. That's the funny part. You laugh with us too.
It ain't your fault your internet shit broke.
Oh. All right, we got AFC West matchup, a rivalry game, so you can't really say in this matchup that you throw the records out the window because one is the 6-0, the other one's 5-2. It's in Vegas, so maybe the Chiefs could get lost on Las Vegas Boulevard or something because they have a 10.5 point favorite.
You said the Raiders ain't 5-2. What?
No, 2-5. 2-5.
Yeah, okay. About to say.
Did I say 5-2? I thought I meant to say.
Hey guys, can I explain something to y'all?
What's up?
All records go out the door when it's a rivalry game.
We'll see. I don't know. Not this
week.
Not this one. Not when it's a 10-point spread, though.
I couldn't get neither one of y'all to bite on.
No. Hey, if you
hell, I'm picking the Raiders.
I would love to. If you in Vegas and you went to a sports book and said that, I would love to see their faces.
They're gonna have somebody follow
Bullshit.
like he knows something we don't know.
Bullshit.
They're gonna send the security. Get this big motherfucker out of here.
Get his ass out of here. He up to something, man. He up to no good. Get him out of here.
Yeah, he got a fix in. We gonna call the Pope on.
Take that.
Pope on. All right.
Gardner Minshew at quarterback. No Devontae Adams.
Right.
Brock Bowers is good. The running game is shit.
Like I don't even know who they running back. God, they got
Amir White is one of them, and then the kid is it Matson from
it was at Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, Matheson or
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next game on the list, we got those Bears. The Bears. Going out to FedEx Field to face the Commanders, which I'm not sure if Jaden Daniels is playing or not. He got that little rib injury.
I'm gonna text you my pick on Sunday morning.
See, no. See, you can see what Mr. Brown did. You can't do that, Doris. You can't do that, man.
I'm texting you to pick.
No, we're picking now.
Now. So here's my fucking.
We're
answer.
not coaching. We picking.
Here's my answer. If Jaden Daniels plays, I want the Redskins. He don't play, I don't want the Redskins.
You gotta pick now, sir.
That's what I just picked. You heard what I said.
No.
I said what I said.
Decisive pick.
Y'all talking about throwing me out of the.
I said what I said, man. Listen.
No, you can't. There is no way you can do that. No way.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
I don't have all
the favorites.
I don't have all the information I need to pick the team that I want.
The Chicago is a 1.5 point favorite.
So the whole world got to wait till you get your.
I would say the Commanders are 3-0 at home. Commanders are 3-0 at home, and the Bears are 0-2 on the road.
The whole world got to wait till you get your pick.
No.
That's not.
You got my pick. I said what I said. I got nothing else to say on the matter.
Mr. Levens.
I'm gonna do like Baker Mayfield did us on when they stand. I'm gonna hold my nuts and say the Commanders.
Mr. Levens, you got to pick, man. You got to pick
the
dog.
Commanders.
Don't be sitting there and pouting.
Look at he's sitting there with his arms folded
like he's gonna stand there stoic.
Yeah, he gonna sit there like he Nostradamus or somebody.
I said it, man. I said what I said.
I need a pick.
I said what I said.
I'm gonna take my pick. If y'all don't let me, I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
You have my pick.
Bears or Commanders?
Either one.
Bears or Commanders?
On who the quarterback is.
Bears or Commanders right now, Mr. Levens.
I'm gonna say it one more time, but then I ain't gonna say nothing else.
No, you can get
Jaden
one.
Daniels plays, I got the Commanders. If he doesn't, I got the Bears.
We gotta pick this now. You gotta choose.
I just picked it.
That's not a pick.
It is a pick.
That's an either way. You know what? If he go to the lotto machine, that's an easy pick.
Yep.
All right, I got. You know what? Then I got the Commanders. Then
there you go. Thank you. Appreciate you.
But still, fuck your rules.
And you got to roll with it, dog. Roll. All right. We got Sunday night matchup and a Monday night matchup to go. We got these can't get right Cowboys. 1-star rating, as Mr. Brown would say. Going to the 49ers. So back in the day, hell of a rivalry game. but we got injuries left and right on both sides of the ball. But the 49ers are 4.5-point favorites on here. Mr. Levens in Levi Stadium out in Cali. So who's your pick here?
No Christian McCaffrey.
Nope.
No Brandon Ayuk.
Nope, he's out for the year. ACL.
Debo was sick, but he out of the hospital. I don't know what he got.
Man, exactly.
He got pneumonia. They got pneumonia. That's what they said.
Is that what it was? Ooh.
Yeah, pneumonia. Is Micah Parsons coming back for Dallas?
Is he playing?
Yeah.
Good question. I don't think so. I haven't heard nothing about him playing yet. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
All that to say you're going with the 49ers.
So Parsons is questionable right now.
You got to figure out who's playing and who ain't, man. That's why you ain't no gambler.
Yeah, Parsons is questionable right now, so he's a 50-50.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go 49ers too, Mr. Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, 49ers?
Yep. We don't need all that.
Be clear.
We don't need all that. If 49ers, man, God damn.
Okay. All right, last game of the week, Monday Night Football matchup in Pittsburgh. We got the Giants going to Pittsburgh to face the Steelers.
No, Pittsburgh, before you can get it out.
Okay, Mr. Brown, thank you very much.
The return of Russell Wilson. And now I can use George Pickens on my fantasy team.
He's been
the other
killing
quarterback was in.
He's been having a
he
good
wasn't
year.
Getting the ball.
All right. We survived another pick. Who's your pick? We're done.
I'm glad we don't do fantasy football because I can't do that.
Oh, man.
Fantasy is easy. You just pick the guys you think going to play well that week.
It's too much. That's too much.
Just have one team. I have 3 teams.
I ain't got time for that.
I got 5.
Yeah, I had 6 one year. That was crazy.
You got 5, and everybody got to be right. Oh, his pants are not right, so cut him, and then we're going to get the other guy that can drop back, and the guy don't even drink the water right, so I don't want him. And then
guess how much time I got to set my lineup in fantasy football?
How much?
2 seconds before the game started, I could put my lineup in.
Oh, my.
2 seconds.
Yep.
And I'm not setting my fantasy lineup on Wednesday. You know why? Because that's stupid as shit.
Well, we know you don't want to pick on Wednesday because that's stupid as shit, too.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm giving Gilbert the Big Dummy Award this week.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm giving you your own award. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my goodness. We got the picks done. So what is on the schedule for y'all this weekend? Just traveling anywhere? Going to check
I get to stay home this weekend. Thank
Nice.
God. I get to stay home, watch my son play his last game before the season's over with, and enjoy the Michigan weather for once.
Nice. Mr. Levens?
I got a call this morning at 8:45. I almost wanted to be like Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats. My office hours are between calling my house this damn early. With that being said,
Yes.
Our homegirl, Kathy DeWard, called me, and somebody backed out of the pep rally in Jacksonville on Saturday.
Okay.
So, soccer game, 10:30, hop on the highway, got to drive to Jacksonville, 5 hours from Atlanta.
Oof.
And I'll get there right in time for the
tailgate
pep rally. And then we're going to go to the game on Sunday and then roll back to the crib after that.
Nice. Actually, I'm going to be in Jayville, too. It's another pep rally. I'm working with some company reached out to me, and so I'll be in the vicinity as well in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Where you staying at?
I don't even know. I know I'm staying somewhere. I got all that itinerary stuff. I haven't.
So listen, I'm bringing my son, but I texted them because we're at, what is it, PCG something Sawgrass?
Yeah, PC. Yep.
Something like that, whatever it is. I'm trying to get a tea time for Sunday morning at 8:00 for golf.
Ooh, nice.
So if you in the area, I gotta wait till I gotta see what they say because they might not want me and my son out there tearing up their golf course because we gonna do that.
Oh, I'm gonna tear some golf up. I'm gonna chunks out of every. Ooh.
Yeah, man. So yeah, let me know. I'll let you know if we can get one. If we can get one,
okay.
I'll see if we can get you in there.
Okay, sure. I might.
If you want to, I don't know.
Yeah.
No. Y'all can count me out. Oh, that's it.
We know your ass ain't playing no golf.
Yeah, Florida golfing is some nice golfing. The weather is always good down there. It's really hard.
Gilbert to show up to the golf course. He's gonna introduce all the players and all the former players, and he's the MC for the golf tournament. He ain't hitting no balls though.
Right.
You can find me at the hole where the barbecue pit at.
Oh man, that's a good one. So no,
the gas station, chicken station.
Gotcha. So I'm sure when I think about it, I think I'm coming back because I'm coming back in the morning on Sunday because they're honoring Andre Johnson at the game. So I'm doing like get to Jacksonville, fly back. I think we fly back, from east to west or from East Coast to the Midwest. So I gain that hour back. So I'm able to get back for the honor him before kickoff or something like that. So
okay, cool.
I get to see that. Support the homie.
Don't worry about golf then. Don't worry.
Yeah, support the homie, the big homie on that. So all right, so be safe. Get some gas station chicken for you since you're gonna be home. And I'll see y'all. So next week we will be on Tuesday, right? We're gonna be on. I say that I'm the only one that been messing that up. That's been on me. So
I think
we should bring a guest in next week.
Yeah, we could get a guest in here.
Who y'all want?
I talked to Pepper.
Let's bring. You know what? Why don't we bring on Santana, his boy, so he won't feel like the offensive guy is always picking on him.
Oh, bring on Pepper.
I'll hit Pepper, or you can hit him up. I'll hit him up. I just talked to him, so I'll hit him up. Pepper. And get my man Pepper, man. He was a good talk, so I think he'll be a good talk on next week's show for sure.
A great wealth of old school knowledge, right there.
Oh man, he was dropping stuff on me, man.
If we have Pepper on here, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but Pepper had an interview when he was with the Giants and they was in the locker room and they lost, and Pepper was like, "I don't had it up to him. Well, what's going on?" I was like, I'll never forget that because me and my boys used to always say that. I don't have it up the hill.
Hey, Dorsey, I love you, but if he goes swinging on you, I'm gonna step back and let him get 2 or 3 in before I break it up. Now,
if he can hit me through this computer screen,
right? Yeah, that would be real special.
There you go.
That's a Neo. That's a
he tried to do get in the car and come see you.
Yeah.
Listen, he was fed up. And you could feel it. Mm-hmm. That's why we joked about it. It was like, hey man, him.
Yeah, Pep. I could read Pep, man. He like that. He was that dude. He's like, yeah. He don't mess with the BS. Don't give him a whole lot of BS.
No. And don't put a mic and a camera in front of his face when he mad, or you gonna get what you get.
Yeah, and I was like, so we had a good talk. We talked for, like I said, 2 hours on Sunday night, just talking football. We were talking football, family, and all that. Talking about UG. And man, what he did bring up, and then we could get going. He was like he's like, Ahman, I don't think you realize this. And I was like, what's up? He's like Detroit, the area, like we got more Detroit athletes in the NFL or college level that are like not just they're good, like they're all really good. He said this was pointed out. I figured this out a couple years ago. He said so we got some dogs, all around here. That make it to the league, that make it to the college level, that put it down. I say, yeah, I know. I played with one of them. I played with a couple of them. He didn't even
mention boxing.
Right, and that's not even. He was just talking about football, just football. And I was like, when I thought about it, I'm like, you're right. Because what's crazy when I found out, when you and Jerome Bettis, he said, oh yeah, that's my pups. I was like, oh, because I'm like, I remember when you told me that. I was like, Jerome Bettis went to school with you, and you were his fullback. And then Pep was just around the corner at another high school. I'm like, he said, oh yeah, those are my puppies. I was like,
wait, hold on, Gilbert, you played fullback?
Yeah.
Huh?
Shit. Huh?
Yeah.
I might have tripped and fumbled on a couple.
Well, now I see why Jerome had all them damn yards. Why did you play? We could have moved Big Chili. You could have came in.
That would have been awesome. I would have been loving to run behind Chili.
Mike Hogan wouldn't have all that.
I'd have my hand on the back of on his back and just follow right behind his ass.
Oh man, I would have. That would have been.
I'd have been slinging nothing but shovels when I come through that hole.
Nothing but
handing out tombstones. Here you go.
Had 100 yards every game.
Every play gonna be a lead. Every one.
Yep. Yeah, we don't want to do the power toss. That'll be out of Chili.
None of that. We
gonna downhill.
I ain't getting downhill. I ain't getting out on the perimeter.
Yeah, no. We keep it between the tackles. There you go. Downhill for Chili. You have to help them out there. So, all right, y'all, man, have a great week of travel. Be safe. Love you guys, and see you next. Now, we're going to be next week, Tuesday. I'm home on time, and get this right. That means Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11:30 Eastern Time. We'll be here on Twitch and YouTube. Green and Go G Lounge, y'all. See y'all later. Peace out.
Peace.
Be well.
Deuces.
Right. This is Alumni Media.